realistic would it be for Hillary Clinton to select Elizabeth Warren?
I think it remains very unlikely, and there are a few reasons. One, Elizabeth Warren was very late to come to Hillary during the primary. She very purposely laid back, even though it was clear she wasn't against Hillary's candidacy. She didn't endorse her early at a time when it would have been enormously helpful for Hillary facing down Bernie Sanders. Second, Elizabeth Warren has made very clear in her time at the Senate that she has no loyalty to sticking with the party or the Obama administration when she disagrees. She started a number of fights against President Obama's nominees for financial regulation posts. She's been incredibly critical of rules that the Obama administration's pushed. And I don't think the Clinton inner circle or Hillary Clinton entirely trusts that if Warren came into the administration, she would be on message. And a third reason is, Hillary has said from the beginning that the most important thing for a vice presidential candidate, which is a cliche, but it's also true, is that she'd be ready to take the job if she had to become president. And Warren is an incredibly capable person, but in her own view of herself, she doesn't see herself as a foreign policy expert. She doesn't see herself as a generalist. She sees herself very much as someone who's focused on these financial issues and fighting for the middle class, and that's what she's done in the Senate. She hasn't tried to broaden her portfolio, and I think that also is a strike against her.
What we did see this week, though, in her appearance in Ohio with Hillary Clinton, is the fact that she is an amazingly effective attacker on Donald Trump, and that's part of the job of being the running mate. She seems to have an ability to get under his skin like nobody else. Is that enough to get her on the ticket? Probably not. And the fact is, if she's not on the ticket, I mean, one of the reasons everybody hangs on her every word right now, it started with the intrigue around the fact that she was the only Democratic woman in the Senate who hadn't endorsed Hillary Clinton. Now it's that the campaign has made it public that she's on a short list of 3. But if she is not named to the ticket, it's hard to imagine that level of interest is going to continue.
Who is the third beyond Tim Kaine?
Julian Castro is under consideration. And, I think one of the dilemmas in Camp Clinton is they want some excitement. They know that Clinton is too well known of a candidate, that she while people are excited about her who believe in her, they need to expand that. So they like the idea of young Hispanic candidate here. However, is he too young? Is he too inexperienced? Is a question there. So I think they do not have a perfect choice right now. And I think as much as Elizabeth Warren may seem unlikely to some on the panel here, I know there are some in the Clinton campaign who are really trying to mount a long shot campaign for her, who believe that, I heard this from one source, that Hillary Clinton, we see this in polls too, it's no longer considered historic as much as it was for Barack Obama to be the first African-American president, for her to be the first female president. That's people sort of assumed that will happen. And she's not getting as much of a bump from that idea as Barack Obama did. But some say 2 women on a ticket, some in the Clinton campaign, 2 women on a ticket. Now that's going to be historic.
Is the country ready for 2 women in the White House and the vice presidency?
I haven't seen focus groups on this or polls, but I don't think, people tend to vote ultimately for the person at the top of the ticket. Vice presidential picks matter in a lot of ways, but not usually too much at the voting booth. And I don't think, if you're against 2 women on the ticket, you're probably against 1 woman on the ticket. So,
although up against Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton's problem is not going to be attracting female support; it's going to be attracting white guys.
White guys.
Yeah.
So.
Or yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Or some make the argument, no, let's focus on getting out our minority and women vote, that we can win by doing that, which is also a debate.
Tell me about these gifts that